Hello. Today we are going to be underwriting some deals in my email, and we are going to be making offers on all three of these properties that are in my email. So I will show you my entire process to underwriting these properties and figuring out what to offer and then making the offer. So I'll start off with this one. So this is a seller that we were talking to. This was a cold call lead, I believe. Or no, this is a referral lead. Somebody referred this to us. They had talked to them, and they're not in this market. So they're like, hey, check this lead out. Give him a call. He's interested in selling. So I gave him a call, and he doesn't really want to go out there without us coming on a number first, which is great. We don't like to go out to a property unless we know that the owner can be like, we're on the same page, so we like to talk price before we even go out there so that we know we're on the same page. So this first property right here, Palo Alto. Bam. I'm going to copy that address. So I'm going to do this fast because it's 8:49 at night and I am going to the beach tomorrow. So this property looks like it is a row house, and it's way nicer than the rest of them. Wow, that's actually not bad. Let me check, make sure that you can see this on Facebook and live. So it looks like it was remodeled for the most part. Yeah, not bad. Not bad, not bad, bad. Not bad. So this is like top of the line for whatever townhouse you have in Palo Alto. Yeah. All right, so not bad condition. Pics from 5 years ago. It's actually a 2-1, so it's a 2-bed, 1-bath with an open area with half the wall in that one picture. Okay, so what we do is we make an offer through our offer template. So we do have offer templates available on offmarketmentor.com. You can buy an off-market template. You do not get it for free. So I'm going in my drive here, go to my offer category, go to offer template, and I make a copy. So make a copy of the regular offer template. Bam, created. Open that baby up. So we have a copy here. So letter of intent, initial offer. I changed this a little bit to depending on who I'm dealing with and depending on how the conversations have went. So this letter of intent or initial offer template, we have multiple prefixed offers on here. So whenever we make an offer, we make a cash offer, we make a subject to offer, we make a terms offer, we make all these different offers depending on the situation of the property. So as you can see here, we have this nice little offer template, and we have another one for multifamily. So this is for like single family, and then we have one for multifamily. So on this one, dear property owner, we would like to extend our sincerest gratitude for considering us as a potential buyer for your property. We take the responsibility of making the buying process as seamless as possible. We are confident that we can provide value and assistance throughout the entire process. Our team has meticulously evaluated your property and has come up with 3, that's in parentheses because depending on how many offers we actually make is what we'll put here. So right here it says 3. We'll probably just make like 2 offers today. 2 competitive purchase offers for your consideration, each with a different purchase price. There are various ways to purchase property, and we are committed to providing you with the best options and information available to suit your needs. While cash is often the most convenient option, we are open to exploring other solutions that may better suit your situation. We're committed to providing you with the education and information behind these options so you can make an informed decision. So then we have, Jake and Jordan, got our office location for credibility. If you click here, it brings us to one website. You click here, it brings us to another website. You click here, it brings you to my Facebook. That's why I post videos every single day. So the reason I post videos every day is so that I have credibility. So when somebody looks at my Facebook profile, they're like, oh, wow, this kid posts videos about real estate every single day. And I do. So that's why I have that there. So then we have our cash offer. We have a terms offer. We have a subject to offer. And we have a description that gives an explanation of what that is. And then we also have multiple articles that link to more detailed descriptions of what each one of these offers actually is. So somebody can do their own research and basically get an understanding of what I'm saying from this offer template. So like with subject to existing mortgage, by utilizing our method of taking over payments on your existing home mortgage, not only will you save time and money on the sale process, but you also have the opportunity to maximize your financial gain. By assuming your existing mortgage and paying you a higher price, we're able to provide you with a legal and safe way to regain your equity. Furthermore, we will cover all closing costs and expenses associated with the sale, making the process as stress-free and seamless as possible for you. This is an efficient and effective way to sell your home and gain the most financial benefit from the transaction. Some links to better understand. So sometimes with this, so fortunebuilders.com, that's a pretty credible website. If you go into here, you'll see, it talks all about subject to mortgages and how it's actually a thing, right? So in my offer template, I like to have links to other websites that explain these things and show that it's a real thing and it's something that people actually do. So that's our subject to offer part. Then we have a terms offer part here where it kind of just spells out the money up front, monthly payment, toning money received from buyer at the end of whatever year, depending on the amortization schedule. Then we have a joint venture, which that's going to be like your novation type of deal where they may, whatever, joint venture, that's novation or joint venture, whatever you want to call it. Contract for deed, maybe someone doesn't like the terms, maybe they don't want to transfer title and deed. We'll do a contract for deed, deed of trust, land contract, then a master lease option. So all these are pre-populated in here. I'm going to get rid of some of these now. I'm only going to make 2 offers today. So we are erasing the joint venture offer. Bam, gone. And all the other BS offers that we are not going to make today. Bam, gone, gone, gone. So we're left with a cash offer and a terms offer. So I'm going to make a offer on all 3 properties at once. This seller sent me 3 different properties. First one, 44 Cadbury, Palo Alto. You could steal these deals from me right now. And if you do that, I'm going to probably know. So, this is a small market. So if you steal these deals, small market. And I don't care. We've got so many deals. I would rather than you stealing these deals, just work with us. We have a ton of leads. And then the next one is 725 West Norwegian. And he's got a nice little link here. Let's see what this looks like. So this is in Pottsville, 725 West Norwegian Street. His estimate on this baby is $71,000. Actually doesn't look like it's in too bad a shape. Yeah, a little outdated, but again, it is a half double. So one of the things, if any wholesalers are watching this right now, you need to make low offers, okay? Like if you're making an offer and it's anywhere close to this estimate, sometimes estimates are always wrong. Let me get that clear. But if you're making an offer and it's anywhere close to this estimate, it's probably too high. Right now, in the type of marketplace that we're in, a buyer, a flipper, whatever, needs to be buying at a major discount because people are afraid that whenever they get finished with their flip, there's not going to be a buyer on the other side. So it's got to be really, really worth it. Anyway. So, okay, 725 West Norwegian Street, Pottsville, PA, 17901. 5-bed, 2-bath, 1,400 square feet. So on this offer template, I like to include as much information as possible, not only for the seller, but I also, because this is like a drive thing, it's in the cloud, and I put this link in my CRM so I can just click back on my CRM. So even 65% of Zestimate, I wouldn't go by the Zestimate at all. I would run your own comps. So I'll show you how I run mine. So 725 West Norwegian Street, Pottsville, PA, 5-bed, 2-bath, 1,400 square feet. I put all that in there. And Parrish, I'm sorry I didn't text you back. I saw your text. I will text you back shortly. So 5-bed, 2-bath, 1,400 square feet. Man, this looks ugly. Okay. I got to make this look nicer. I just have to. It's not going to work otherwise. So, all right. So we got 725 West Norwegian Street, Pottsville, PA. Now let's look at some of these comps. So we got a 5-bed, 2-bath, about 1,400 square feet, which makes me think one of the bedrooms is super small, more like an office. Because typically at 1,200 square feet, you get like 3 bedrooms. So we're at 1,400 square feet with 5 bedrooms. Probably one of these bedrooms is super small. So I'm going to call it a 4-bedroom. So Norwegian Street, I'll go on my Google Maps here, and let me open another tab. Google Maps, bam, nope. So I'm just taking this address, I'm copying it into Google Maps, and then I will zoom in on it on Zillow and see my comparables from Zillow. I'll also search this in PropStream and see what PropStream says and see what PropStream has as comparables. Okay, so 725 West Norwegian Street. It's in the Bunker Hill area of Pottsville, kind of closer to the center area. Bam, so we're in Bunker Hill. Right here's Pottsville, Bunker Hill. So, okay, great. We see all these things that are for sale. It's good to look at a couple that are for sale. These are attached. They're $174,000 for this thing. That's crazy. So I'm gonna go to sold, right? I hit sold, apply, and we're on West Norwegian Street. So you want to try to get as close as possible to the subject property. You like to be within, within a mile if possible. In Pennsylvania, it's a little bit harder because there's not as many good comps. Like if you go to Arizona or something like that, like all the homes were built at the same time and they're pretty comparable. It's easy to run comps in some of these other markets, but it's harder in this area. So just more reason to offer even lower than what you think, So we see here, one is sold for 55K. And I'll even take some of these and I'll be like, I'll copy this in here. Bam, copy, bam. I'll put this just to refer to later. Maybe I'll send it to the seller. I don't know. So 55K for that one, and that one is a little bit bigger actually. It's not as nice, but we're making legit offers out here. So this one was sold in May, which that's pretty fat, 64K for this thing. All right, so that means I'm going to offer, I'm at 30,000. So no, I'm at 25,000. So, I mean, the ARV is probably around 50 to 60,000. I'm at 25,000. It's basically turnkey, but I'm at 25,000. So that's where we're at. And then I'm gonna go to the next one. Okay, so 725 Norwegian, got that one done. 44 Cadbury, Palo Alto. I guess I'll do this one real quick. These are the pictures here. So this is a attached house as well. It's kind of turnkey, nice, but these are from 5 years ago, so I'm just gonna assume that it's pretty bad. So bam, I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna copy this address. It's so great. Imagine investing in real estate before these tools were here. Like imagine that. I was talking to Mary the other day, and she's like an OG investor. They used to do everything by hand. They used to write like all their rents and expenses and all that by hand. Like I couldn't imagine doing that. Like literally our stuff there's rules set and the stuff just comes in and it's automatically classified. Like that would take forever. If you're doing this if you're doing your expenses for rentals and stuff like that by hand, man, I got a lot of respect for people that built large portfolios back in the day. It was so much harder. Okay, so now I'm off my rant. Okay, 44 Cadbury Street, Palo Alto. It's actually in Pottsville, it looks like. I don't know what Palo Alto is. Jordan is the Cole Township guy, but he didn't give me numbers on these. So here we are. So 44 Cadbury Street. Oh, it's out by Port Carbon, out that way. There we are. In these type of markets, you just want to be low, just super low. So 65K, 30 Cadbury. Oh, that's like its own little place though. So 65K. So I'm gonna say, 138. That's a nice house. 36K. This is pending. Oh wow, someone bought it for 36K and flipped it for 84. And it's pending. That's a good sign. Wow, this one sold that's not attached though. So when you're running comps, if you have a 3-bed, 2-bed, you want to look at other 3-bed, 2-beds. You don't want to look at a 4-bed with 3 baths or something like that. You want to get as close as possible. If there's a garage, you want to find other properties with a garage. If there's a backyard, you want to find other properties with a backyard. If there's a pool, etc. I can go on and on. But our market Northeast Pennsylvania, Central Pennsylvania is really hard because like one, the population isn't as high as some of these other markets. Two, the properties are just so different. And three, a lot of this stuff was built on coal mines, and a lot of it, like, no permits, none of that. You had Chuck in a truck building houses, and Chuck turned out to be a really good builder in some cases, but in other cases he didn't. So you never really know what you're going to get on some of these properties. So Jordan, 25K is bueno. So 25K for that one too. I think that might be a little high. All right, so the last one is going to be 127 Cherry Port Carbon. Let's check this baby out. What if this was just like a virus he sent me? He actually just wanted to hit me with a virus. So he sent me these fake Zillow links. I've never had that happen yet. but that might happen one day. Someone just, yeah, I don't know. What am I talking about? Okay, so 127 Cherry Street, Port Carbon, PA. 127 Cherry Street, Port Carbon, PA. Wow, look at this estimate. It's so crazy. I literally, like, a lot of my days are just spent fighting with people about their Zestimates. Zestimates have, like, really hurt people, honestly. Like, they think they have money. So a Zestimate, like, they think they have equity, right? They think they're doing well in life because their estimate says their house is worth, like, 3 bricks of gold. But it's not, because there's no gold in the walls there. And Zestimate lost millions of dollars using this algorithm, using this iBuyer program. Zillow did not do well. And it's good to see that. Not because I don't, just because you have to be, like, to do real estate, you have to, like, know things. Like, you're not going to be replaced by a computer, ever. You're never going to be replaced by a computer in this industry because it's just impossible. Okay, where was I at? 44. No, I did that one. We're at 127 Cherry Street, Port Carbon. So this is Cherry Street. 127 Cherry Street, Port Carbon, 3-bed, 1 bath. How many square feet? Also, so I'll put like a picture right up here, like where my face is. I'll put like a picture of the property if I'm just making an offer on one property, but I'm making an offer on multiple properties, so I'm not going to do that. And, like, honestly, I don't even think this guy is super motivated. But I told him I would have an offer for him. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. So we have, man, what do I offer on this one? This is nice. Well, that's nice. This isn't the subject property, though. 127 Cherry Street. Yeah, 25K. 25K all around. So I'm sorry, guys. This wasn't really a good video on how to comp because I kind of just took preconceived ideas, and Jordan's in the comments, helping me. So this wasn't a good one for comps, but that's all you're doing. And if I wanted to really dial this down, I would go into PropStream, I would go in Realtor, I would look into PropStream, and I'll show you real quick. I'll do PropStream. Yeah, we're gonna do. So PropStream, I mean, like, it really, you're just getting a general idea of where you need to be at, and then be lower than that. That's kind of how I make offers fast. So Jordan and I, neither of us plan on getting licensed. If anything, one of us is going to become a mortgage originator. So we've talked about Jordan getting his mortgage originator license so that we could write our own mortgages, because we found that not all of our mortgages are done to the quality that we're looking for. So Jordan has talked about doing that. I think if we ever, there's enough realtors that would want to work with us where they have run CMAs for us in the past. Like, if it's a property that we're unsure about, sometimes we'll get a CMA. But right now, in this type of marketplace, we're just trying to be low. So even if we think the number that we come up with is too high, we need to be lower. You know what I mean? Like, just don't make the offer. I see so many wholesalers lock up deals at high prices. Like, if you're not uncomfortable with, Jordan says this to me all the time, if you're not uncomfortable when you're making the offer, then you shouldn't make it. It's not low enough. So that's kind of what we live by anymore. All right, so Jordan, how much is this one worth? This is like detached. 30, you said, I think? All right, we'll go 30. Okay, so you'll see here, right? So I ran like, okay, this one's gonna be 25K. Let me see if I can make this a little bit larger so people can actually see what I'm doing here. I believe I can. So we should be Gucci. Just making this larger, everybody. Just making this larger. Okay, so I shrunk myself down. Bam. So now we're freaking big text. All right, so 44 Cadbury Palo Alto. We're gonna make that normal size. Make it not bold. And I don't have the full address on that one. It's 44 Cadbury Street, Pottsville. That's what I'm putting. So 44 Cadbury Street, Pottsville. We decided that like 25K is a good enough offer. And then 725 West Norwegian Street, Pottsville, 25,000. It's good. And then $30,000 for 127 Cherry Street. So all these properties are attached. None of them are detached. None of them are beautiful. They're all in less desirable markets. So you got to be low. I mean, who's going to buy these? Who's going to buy these if they're not low? So that's why we're so low. So I'm going to get rid of this stuff. But sometimes I'll even put comps in there. I'll put comps in there and be like, this is what I'm seeing, and this is what I think your property is worth. So 25, we're at 50 there, we're at 80. So I'm going to be at $81,976.11. Okay? So one of the things that we've learned is having an odd number really helps because it looks like more deliberation was taken when coming up with the number. So if we're at 81,000 on this cash offer, we can probably be at like 95,000 on our terms offer, right? So we don't go up too much with the terms, but we do go up a little bit. So we're anchoring with this cash offer, and then we come in with a terms offer that's a little bit more desirable. We'll say 12 cents. So bam, okay, so right there. Man, I just made offers on 3 properties, 25 minutes. The reason it took me so long, I can do these really quick, but the reason it took me so long is because I'm on this video. So we got our cash offer at $81,876.11. That is our first program. That is our cash program. And then we have our terms program. So this is seller financing, owner carryback, all that good stuff. That's what this is. So we're at 95,000 here, and I'll show you how I come up with really quickly how I come up with terms. So I go into my drive file, and you could, this is free. So if you go into Google Sheets and you just type in like simple amortization calculator, you should be able to find a simple amortization calculator. Let me see here. Okay, bam. So I'll just make a copy, copy of mortgage calculator, bam, we're in there. So right now, when we're making terms offers, we want to be as low money down as possible. So we're going to be at 4K. We'll do 5. 5K down, monthly payment. So if we're at 5K down, we're at $90,230.12 for principal. So $90,230.12 principal. And okay, so this is just like a basic amortization calculator right here. Loan principal amount $90,230. So I subtracted my down payment of $5,000 from the loan that the seller would be holding, and I put it in here. This interest rate, I always start out at 2. I start at 2% typically, just to be honest. And then like I'll work it. So right now we're at a 35 amortization schedule. And the reason that is because I was working with somebody else, and they're like, literally just make the monthly payment, whatever works for you, and amortize it to whatever. I ended up still not buying that house. So like, even though we're getting all these terms, offers accepted, we're getting seller finance deals left and right, like we're not buying them unless they're like smoking good deals. And really we're not buying them unless it's 10 units or more, because we decided at the beginning of the year we're not buying anything unless it's 10 units or more. So I think when you make those type of decisions, you need to stick them, because if we went around and started buying all these things on terms offers and flipping them or doing whatever, we would be super distracted, and we wouldn't be working on the large multifamily buildings we're working on today. Because today we're working on a bunch of large multifamily buildings, and I'm super excited about it. But if we would have dabbled around and we didn't assign all these deals that we've come across and we bought them ourselves, we wouldn't have been able to focus on the larger ones. And that's where we're at in our point of business. We're getting tired of wholesaling. We want to move on. So, okay, so mortgage, 10 years. That brings us to a decent monthly payment right there, $830 a month. So you know what I'm going to do? I mean, honestly, guys, this is just a lot of like, okay, this sounds pretty good. I mean, this is okay. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to cut this cell, I'm going to put it down here, paste, bam, doesn't mess up the calculation. I'm going to take my MacBook and I'm going to screenshot this little thing here. Bam, screenshotted. Now I'm going to go back over to my offer template and I'm going to insert that screenshot. So image, upload from computer, desktop, screenshot, bam. And so that's a little calculator that we were just seeing. So there is no balloon payment here, no balloon payment. So this is an initial offer, by the way, letter of intent, initial offer. This is get the ball rolling. This is to basically get talks going, make sure we're on the same page, which I would imagine maybe we are on the same page. You never know, guys. Like, you never know where they're at unless you have a long conversation with them, you build massive rapport, you talk to them on the phone, you talk to them in person, then you can kind of know where they're at. But if you talk to a person one time and they just called you because they got a referral and they want an offer, then don't spend too much time on it because maybe they're not serious, maybe they are. All right, so our monthly payment is going to be $830.24 a month. This is on all 3 properties. And then at the end of year 10, so I add that little piece in there. So if there's a balloon, I'll be like at the end of year 5 and I'll add the balloon payment plus the interest plus the down payment. And that's what they're going to walk away with way more. If we have an interest rate on it, they're going to walk away with way more than if not. So we give interest rates typically more than other people do because we typically are educating people and we're like, hey, you're going to be able to get the most out of your property if you have an interest and you hold the note. If you sell it, you're going to recapture depreciation. You're going to get hit with taxes. You're going to be smoked. You're not going to walk away with what you think you're going to walk away with. But if you hold the note at a 5% interest rate, your money is going to be protected. That's higher than the rate of inflation typically. And it's a good spot. It's a good spot to be in. So, I have people call me now. Like this guy, Ken, he calls me the other day and he's like, hey, I have this house. So he's got a bunch of properties and he's retired and his tenants are starting to move out of some of the properties that he has paid off and he's selling them. So we started talking because he had some land in Wilkes-Barre and then we worked on a house in Tobyhanna and the land, you can't really buy land with bank debt or anything like that. So basically you have to get terms on it or cash. So I went all terms on this and we educated him about terms. He called me back later on after I told him I couldn't buy that land. And he's like, hey, I got a house in Tobyhanna I want to sell and hold the note. Because it makes sense for him because he's an investor. I educated him and now he's like, oh, wow, that is a really good idea. Why would I just take cash? I have to invest it again. Or I could just hold the mortgage at 6-7%. So anyway, he calls me back yesterday. He's like, hey, my tenant's moving out next month. I'm going to sell this other property. It's in the Poconos. I want to hold the note on it. Let me know what you think. So we talk a little while, and I'm like, yeah, man, I will definitely get into it and get back to you as soon as possible. I still haven't underwritten that deal because there's just so many deals. All right, so we got this little nice screenshot here. Total amount paid is going to be over $100,000. So you see here, even with a 2% interest rate at 10 years, we're at $104,628.80. Okay, bam. So at the end of year 10, so he's going to receive, after all the 10 years, he's going to receive $104,628.80. All right, so that's that. Now, I usually replace this part with their full name. Nothing sweet here. I wonder what his name is. I'm going to have to look him up in our CRM. Don't steal our deals. So if you're looking for off-market properties, it's really necessary to have a CRM. Or, I did it for a while with a Google Sheet. So you can get a decent amount of leads with a Google Sheet. But at some point, you're going to need a CRM. You can see here, look at all these different Cedric's tagged here. Like you can tag different referrals if you're doing referral programs, so that like if you close on the deal, that person's tagged to that deal and they can actually get paid. If you don't have a CRM, it's very hard to track. So anyway, let me find out what this guy's info is. I wonder if I can check this. No, I can't. Okay, right here. That's not him. That's not him. Oh man. There's some good deals in here. All right, I need to get out of this. It's definitely in my task list. I'm sorry, this video is getting crappy because I can't find the information I'm looking for. You can see all my follow-ups due tomorrow. I'll be at the beach tomorrow. Still making follow-up calls, I promise. Follow-up, see if he considered. Follow-up, see if he reconsidered. Call Neely directly. Follow-up, make offer. I don't know this guy's name. There's a problem. Let me look it up. It's in my text messages somewhere. So this is a real issue, right? When your phone, like when you so many text messages, like you lose everything. You can't find what you're looking for. But I think Alex and Marcelo sent me this. I found it. His name's Jason. Jason Jenkins. That's his name. So I'll go in here. So this CRM, this is Pipeline Pro. You can just go in and you can look up the name. Jason Jenkins, first one. Bam. So you can see here we have like some notes on him. So we went through like on the phone, talked about it, and he actually said like this is in this condition, this is in this condition, da 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 da. But still, we're just making offers based off of our idea of what it might be like. Jason Jenkins. So we're putting full name, very blunt. Jason Jenkins, we would like to extend our sincerest gratitude for considering us as a potential buyer for your property. We take the responsibility very seriously. All right, so 2 competitive offers, and then, oh, they just like shut the lights off in this office. Jason Jenkins. So typically when I name this document, I will put the street address and then I'll just say offer. So I'm going to download this as a PDF now. And once this PDF finishes downloading, I'll show you. So bam, that's the nice little PDF that we have in this little offer template. And like if I click here, brings us to Eagle Capital. Bam. Or if I, crap. See, the bad thing about the Mac is like, I don't know. Macs are good, I guess. Or not. I don't know. I love hate Mac. So, bam, we're in here. Okay, so I'm going to reply to this. And actually, I'm not going to reply to this. I'm not going to reply to this. I'm going to copy this email. I'm going to compose a new email, paste. So this is how, also, so on your Gmail, if you're doing like a lot of offers, it's pretty much going to be the same thing. So I use a template, right? Send offer template. Bam. So it automatically populates what we have there. Jason Jenkins. And then I'll put in the subject line something to get his attention. Jason Jenkins, 3 properties, offer. Jason. Bam. And you know what else I do? I tag Jordan and I tag Cedric, our VA. So Cedric might follow up with this guy. So after I submit this offer, Cedric will follow up with him tomorrow and go over the offer with him. I'll show you how we do that. So we really appreciate you taking the time to chat with us. We're eager to meet up in person after this conversation to explore the potential of working together. We've put together a few different offers to give you an idea of what we might be able to pay. So we understand that many people aren't fully aware of the numerous opportunities real estate can provide. It is truly a remarkable tool. As an investment firm, we require 5 to 10 properties per month and are keen on adding another one to your area to our company. We hope we can collaborate and achieve great results together. Talk to you soon. So bam, I'm going to attach this here. Downloads, Jason Jenkins offer. If I click on this, brings us to the offer template. There it is. Bam, bam, send. Okay, so now that I've sent that, right, that just went through. We should probably verify that it went through. It went through. Great. Okay, got that. Ooh, don't look at my email. So I just sent that offer. Now I take so I just downloaded that PDF. So I'll go back into my offers folder and I'll upload that PDF. So file upload, Jason Jenkins offer. And these are not all the offers I've made. I have multiple drives. I have a lot of different drives. And that's not even all of them right there. So I'll copy this link, get link, copy link, Pipeline Pro, task. Well, I'll put it in the notes first. Bam, offer made. Save, task. Bam, bam. Follow up, then I'll hit this little thing here. And Cedric will follow up with them tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is midnight in Philippines at that time. So we'll save, and that's how we make offers, guys. Running comps is a little bit more hard than what I just displayed there. You want to go on every resource you possibly can. So typically I'll get the address, I'll go to Zillow, and I'll figure out like that area. So within a mile of that area, and I'll look at any properties that have sold. Ideally, you want to find properties on the same street, and you want to find properties as close as possible to what you're actually looking at that's sold. So if it's a 3-bed, 1-bath, you want to find a 3-bed, 1-bath. It's got a garage, you want to find a property with a garage. And then you take that, so take 4 of them, take 5 of them maybe, and then go find like the price per square foot. So divide the price by the square footage, and then also like find the mean of all of them, and then find the mean of the square footage price, and then multiply that by your property. Like, so if you have like $50 per square foot, multiply it by however many square feet you have, and then go from there, basically. Wow, Facebook just went from light to black, and it completely like messed me up. So yeah, you want to be looking for as close as you can for properties. And then on PropStream, if you type in an address, it'll pull up like comps that it pulls, but it's not accurate, guys. Like, none of these tech tools are accurate. The GISs of these counties are not good enough to be able to put the right information in. So like multifamily, like everything's classified wrong. A lot of things are wrong on PropStream. A lot of things are wrong on PropWire, Property Radar, all these different things. A lot of it's wrong. So you have to really double check, triple check, look at all different sources you possibly can, and then make an offer lower than that. That's basically where you're at. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Jordan, for tuning in. You helped me. You really did. So I appreciate it. And have a great night. Have a great weekend. I'm headed to the beach tomorrow.